welcome to today's live stream. I'm going to be picking some orders because we have new cabochons up for sale at our website. Sorry, I'm so out of breath because I just ran upstairs because I was like, I cannot possibly go live without my flowers in my hair. So that's why I'm running late and panting out of breath, because I was boogie in it. But we have some new cabochons up in the shop, backtoearthcreations.com, and if you want to shop, you can use coupon code HAPPYCRAFTER to get 10% off your order. But basically, other than that, I'm just going to be picking orders because we're so lucky to have made some. So thank you to everybody who placed an order with us yesterday whenever we dropped the shop link to our Happy Crafter Club members. Okay, I think that's all the shameless self-promotion. Let's get to looking at some shiny rocks, and then we're going to wire wrap. I don't even have the example here next to me. I'm so prepared. We're going to wire wrap the June craft along project, which is like a little sunburst wire wrap around a 12 millimeter bead in the middle. And so let me get chat pulled up. That way I can see what y'all are saying and we can chit chat and catch up. Okay, here we go. Oh, hey Barbie. Hey Amermer. Hey Sarah. Hey Tracy. How are all y'all doing today? Sarah says, hello, I'm bored and playing Skyrim. Right on. That's a good way to start the day or spend the day. Hey Kitsune, how's it going? Love me some pretty rocks. I made an impromptu order. Oh, Amermer, thank you so much. Okay, so Randy already has them picked for me. So we're going to do it just a little differently today, where instead of me rummaging around in the bin, you get to, I'm going to unwrap it with you. we're going to open these packages before we even send them out. Okay, so with this one, and if y'all see something that you would have liked, be sure to sign up for our newsletter at backtoearthcreations.com. That way you can join our YouTube channel membership and our craft along kits, all three of those routes, the free and the other ones. You get coupons and stuff, and you'll be among the first to know whenever shop updates go live. That way you don't miss out. But these were the very last of our 12 millimeter amethyst beads from, we had gotten a really good deal on a bunch of wholesale. Let me flip these around so you can see how purple they are on these at a bead and mineral show. And these are the last of them. Oh, so pretty. So those ones are going off to their new home. And then, oh, also Ember Cat is here with me today. Ember, can you hear me? Oh, fighting with the tripod. There we go. You still can't see the cat. Whee! She's real, I promise. She's like, no, I'm not. I'm glitching. Oh, goodness. My brain is fried. I'm so tired. We have been working like crazy this week, but we've gotten so much done. And we got the... words are hard. The auction gallery. We haven't updated it yet, but I got the pictures and I'm really excited. They're quite nice. Like I tried my best and it came out all right. So I'm very pleased about this. Slamming back some water. Hey Kelly, how's it going? Hey, nice girl. I'm watching your D20 pendant tutorial right now. All right on. Is that the wire wrapping or the chainmail one? I'm not well. Call out of work sick. Been in battle night. Oh no, a mare. I just cleaned, so I have no clue where everything is. Oh, Kitsune. Now the adventure begins again. They have, oh, well, thank you, Tracy. Well, thank you, Barry. That's very kind of you. Hey, Mama Kay, how's it going? So we have those amethyst beads going off to their forever home. And then we also we added some of June's craft along project cabochons. So like this one here is, we just label them like D1. It's just a different letter for each week, but it's how we keep track of our inventory. But we made these in our kiln in our home out of some stacked layers of glass, and that way you can see there's those really pretty bandings and stuff through it. But the ones in the craft along kit in this, not flavor, but like in this color, have a groove, which I think is very cool. And if you're interested in our craft along kits, there's a link down in the video description. I promise this is not just a whole like advertisement for our kits, but I do want to let you guys know that we have it as an option. But also you can just use whatever materials you have on hand. So this is a really pretty blue and clear glass teardrop that we had made. And I love the clear stuff because depending on what's behind it, you can get some really interesting color play with like color theory. And so you can actually paint the back of that cabochon or add like a glow-in-the-dark polymer clay, or words are so hard, like nail polish or like acrylic paint. Acrylic markers actually adhere really well. And then this is another one of the glass cabochons that's in June's. The blue ones aren't, those are just from our website, but this one you can get in our June craft along kit as well. And we make these with a yellow opaque glass. Like you can see those little swirlies in there. Oh my gosh, I freaking love fused glass, you guys, because look at the little galaxies, just the worlds that form inside of them. And especially, like each one's got its own little world in it. And it's so I've been making fused glass for 6 years. Hey, Randy. It's been 6 years since we took that glass fusing class.
Yeah, that makes about sense.
We've cooked a lot of cabochons in that time. Oh my goodness. So here's another one of those yellow, not teardrops, lemon drops. This is, don't eat this. But it looks like lemon drops to me. The cab is on fire. Yes, it is, a murmur. Wire wrapping. I'm vending at a medieval event next week. Ooh, nice girl. That's exciting. I hope the weather's wonderful for you guys. Going to try to stay, but I have been sleeping all day and I'm still exhausted. We were hoping this was just allergies, but whatever it is, oh no, it's sucking the life out of me. Oh, a mare. I do hope you get to feeling better. So that one, and that's one of our orders. So yay, I'm so excited about that. And then I also, for those of y'all who craft along with me on our Kick live streams on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I finished up this one here. And I have to say, I am just so pleased with how this dragon eye came out. Like, oh my goodness. And I've been kind of, we had put a bunch of scrap pieces of sheet magnet onto the back of this, but it really needs to be one piece to have good adhesion, because otherwise the individual pieces, like, it just wasn't working out. So I went ahead and scraped them all off, and I was like, I'm going to do it from scratch with fresh magnets that are much thicker. So like they're almost twice as thick as the ones that I did have on here. Because if you're going to have it stick to something, like magnet-wise, I want more than what I need. I don't want it like sliding down my refrigerator, you know? Ooh, it's so fiery. I'm trying to figure out how I will be wire wrapping the yellow cap I ordered with the top. It's a bee-themed event, so I'm trying to think how I can make black wire stripes on it. Oh, you could coil 2 different colors of craft wire around. Like, it's a little tricky. Or you could do like a twist. That would be probably the way to do it. Twist 2 like 20 gauge wires and then hammer them lightly so it looks like a little bloop, 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 like twisty bit. But yeah, so in between each of the orders, because I feel so lucky that we have so many. Like, do y'all want to see the tie-dye that has found new homes this week? But first, I will show you, but first coffee. Ooh, well, hey, Laura. Says, hi, this is my first time watching a live YouTube. I love your tutorials, by the way. I learned a lot with them. Thank you so much. Well, welcome to today's live stream. I like to answer any questions that you guys have, but otherwise it's basically, I'm just goofing off in my craft room, and we will get to wire wrapping, but we did a shop update today and some folks placed orders, and Randy, my husband, already went ahead and picked them, but now I'm just going to show you guys because pretty rocks, like, you know. Kimberly says, can you imagine walking into your kitchen in the middle of the night to see a dragon eye moving down your fridge? Freaky. That is. Especially since some of them glow in the dark as well. So that'd be pretty cool. Oh, well, hey, Anna. Anna says, I'm new here and I like it already. Hell yeah. Let me go grab some more dragon eyes. And we're just going to look at rocks and dragon eyes. And again, I got to do the shameless self-promotion hustle because bills. But there's no pressure for anything, you guys. I'm enjoying y'all hanging out with me. But if you do see something that you like, or you're in a shopping mood, use coupon code HAPPYCRAFTER to get 10% off your order at backtoearthcreations.com. I think I put links for everything down there in the bottom, like of the video description. Oh, here's another one. I was gonna show y'all tie-dyes. So if you want to see how to make your own tie-dyes, like the one that I'm wearing here, we actually do a line of like YouTube vlogs and tutorials. Like we started vlogging more, but I do the whole process of how we do these tie-dyes I'm about to show you. So Randy went and picked these from, we've got a room that we turned into like our inventory closet, but this is one of the circle skirts. That's going off to its new home. And I just love these because you can, oh, it's so much fabric and so fun. So there's one of them. And I think the colors that we used on this one were Phoenix Flame. We get our dyes from Dharma Trading. They're the Procyon like fiber reactive dyes. We used Phoenix Flame, which is like designed to be a color split, and Baby Blue. And it got this really cool, like, I don't know, this reminds me of when we went to Arizona, and just Arizona in May. And then we've got this one here, which is one of our hand-tied geode. Because I want to wear rocks, you guys. And look at it. Ah! And so this is one of those festival dresses that is ruched up over the top. And so you can wear it over your bosom like a dress. That's one of my favorite ways to wear them. But you can also wear them over your hips like a skirt. But I'm always stepping on skirt hems because I'm I'm 5'3". I never thought I was like short, but like skirts fight with me every time. Like if I'm going upstairs. Woo! And then this is another, and this one's done up like a spiral, you guys. So you can see we did this tie-dye by rolling it. Like, do you see how that kind of, well, it's messing it up now, but how we got those parallel lines across? So this wasn't like, I think we rolled it and then turned it into a spiral. So this one looks super cool when you spin because it makes it look like it's very cool. Like, I like it. So those are the tie-dyes that found new homes this week. So thank you guys so much because I just love making tie-dye, but very much like doing paint pours. Once you've done like 20 of them, you've just run out of room for doing more paint pours. And I want to keep making more tie-dye. So thank y'all for enabling my my habit. Well, hey, Dark Truth. Mary says, sometimes when I wear it as a skirt, the ties will fall and tickle and I'll think there's a bug. Oh no. Ooh, knitting session, very hard, hand cramping. 4-hour knitting sessions. Oh my goodness. Oh, but it's for the person I love, so it's all worth it. Oh, that's so nice. Hey, Sarah says, I love circle skirts. They're the easiest beginner sewing pattern to learn. They really are. But my gosh, you've got to use a strong thread on pulling those gathers. Now, I don't do my own sewing on these skirts because I was able to find a wholesaler, and we link those in whenever we post tutorials, we post where we got the tie-dye blanks and different things. Like this one, I got the blank off of Amazon. And we link you the dyes that we use too, because again, I want you to go make your own tie-dye because it's so much fun. But, you know, I also have mine for sale. Just, in case one plucks your heartstrings. Glad I'm crafty. I'm crafting a blanket for my boyfriend. Nearly over 100 stitches. I didn't count them. I physically couldn't count the freaking stitches. Oh no. Oh, a mare. Oh, well, thank you. And sorry, I'm reading the comments in backwards. Like, I'll get the hang of this one day, you guys, but I'm not there yet. Okay. Massive hand knitted blanket. There's fluffy yarn and glow in the dark yarn as well. My boyfriend asked for a blanket, and I decided, frick it, you shall get to the blanket. Oh, Anna, that's wonderful. That is really cool. I'm like double hydrating here too, you guys. Oh my gosh, what a day. All right, we're gonna pick another order because I want to show y'all some pretty Labradorites. But I might be flipping the camera around so that we get the ember view. Did I click the button? No, I didn't. Okay. Woo! This is my kitty. She is so good. This is Ember. She's 19 years old, and she never learned to read. But that's okay. Why is this wiggling? Okay, there we go. What a pretty kitty. Have you heard about ADHD drinks? One for caffeine, one for hydration, one for fun. Oh my god. I'm feeling mildly called out, but how do you hold the third one? I can only hold 2 cups at once. I could wear one of those camelbacks. I'd probably put the water in the camelback. What would be the drink for fun? Probably a LaCroix, one of those fizzy bubbly. Tastes like you sniffed an orange once. Oh, started at the beginning of the year and hope to finish by the end of summer. Right now, when I hold it over my head, it reaches my stomach. It's to reach my feet to cover him beautifully. Oh, Anna. Whenever Randy and I had first started dating, I called it our love blanket because like I would dream my daydreams while I crocheted about the future that I hoped for us, and but I made it so that we could both be on the couch and both have plenty enough blanket but still be under the same blanket. So it's like ridiculously long, but 2 people can be laying head to foot on a like a 3-seat sofa and cover up with this blanket and you never have to fight over it. It's just such a massive blanket. Like it hangs way too far off the edges of like a king size bed. Is my favorite. And it's nice and heavy so it has that like weighted blanket feel. But this was like I don't even know if I had ever heard the term weighted blanket back in like 2007. So you did some long tie-dye shawls, for lack of a better word. By the time I saw them, they're sold out. Where did you get the blanks? Very likely dharmatrading.com. Now, some of their blanks I don't recommend because like their cutout shoulder or their it's one of their peekaboo shoulder ponchos. The hems on those, the past couple of times that we've bought them, there's like a 50% fail rate on the hems, and that just bums me out completely because if I wanted crappy sewing, I'd have sewed it myself. Like like I needed it to be not irredeemably damaged upon arrival. So here we have, let us zoom in. Now this is some of our homemade fused glass, and I love the color in it. You can kind of see it has a slight translucency with that like teal color. And I think this is one of the smallest cabochons. I have a splinter. Wait, are you implying that I have ADHD? I think I have a bunch of splinters. It's because I was moving logs. Focus, Tiny Wonder. Okay, this is one of the smallest cabochons that I think we've ever listed on the website. But let me know if you guys want more little, about bean sized, little kitty bean sized. Oh, not all in the hands at once. At your desk space, I felt called out too when I heard it. Right on a mirror. Aw, thank you, Tracy, saying Ember's beautiful. Ah, well, hey, girl. I love your screen name. Just girl. You are great. I love your energy. Oh, you're so talented, and I love your stuff. Wow. Well, thank you. I wish I had more time to stick around. Sign up for our free newsletter. Thank you for stopping by, though. I hope you have a great day. Barbie says, will you please call numbers? Yeah, Barbie. How are you doing today, by the way? So this one is E4. Is that very smallest one. And then let's see what else. Oh, this one. Do y'all want to see? I'll show it to you last, but the prettiest Labradorite that I've ever seen in this shape. Oh no. Oh, I love pizza. This one's E54. And this is one of our fused glass that I was trying to make it look like cherry blossoms, but then one of my friends was like, blood splatter. And I was like, art is art. But yeah, blood splatter, cherry blossom, however you like to see it. There's E54. And then, oh, okay, here's one of the Labradorites. So all of the Labradorites that we added to the shop were not good candidates for being grooved. That's why they were labeled as the no groove, because see how thin this cabochon is. It's actually perfect for bezel setting in your metal smithing, doing beading or polymer clay. And, this would be a great candidate for wire wrapping as well. But it's not a good candidate for having a groove added because I don't like to go below a solid 2 millimeters on either side of the girdle of the stone, which is this like wall here, like the bezel. Um, and this one just would have been pushing it, and I figured it was such a beautiful labradorite, I didn't want to risk it. And that's what this batch of labradorites is. Ooh, why not call it the Cherry Blossom Blood Splatter? Band name. Like, just mix the names and like how you fuse the glass. Oh, I love that. Oh, Sassy Cat says you don't have ADHD. You're a free spirit. Oh. Oh no, Kimberly. She says, stop it. I love it. Labs are my weakness. Ah! Well, these ones have already been sold. So it's part of just we get to look at them. Like, we got to do something that's like, Randy and I have been working a whole bunch because we're in the prep for Dragon Con, which is Labor Day weekend. And then after Dragon Con, we start packing our house to move. So, like, we've both been working at double time. And so getting to do these live streams together, I get to take a break from crafting. I get to hang out with y'all and catch up. I get to pet my kitty. I get to look at pretty rocks. She's like, who touched me? Oh, Ember, you're slobbering, baby. The cat fur's always free. But here's one of I wanted to make like a homemade agate almost, so we stacked the different layers of glass and then melted them down because we do like sheet glass and then a layer of frit and then sheet glass. So it's almost like a sedimentary rock, how it would accumulate different layers of and grits of things. But then we melt it down in the kiln so it puddles out. And then we'll either cut it into about 3/4 inch strips on our ring saw. Though there's got to be a better tool than that. If anybody, do y'all have any recommendations for what tool would be better for, like, do I need like a tile saw maybe? I don't know, but oh no, another excuse to shop for lapidary equipment. um so and then setting them on their side and then melting them, or we'll like smash it. I'm sorry, baby, I didn't mean to tickle your tail. She's being a very good sport about all this. um but let's see how the light comes through it just a little. Oh, I love that so much. But yeah, or we'll smash it and then turn them on their side and melt them. So there's all sorts of different ways to get wild with it. But I like rocks so much, I wanted to try to make some of my own. And this is the only way I know of, so far to kind of make my own. It's not volcanic glass, it's just kiln cast glass. But I'd dress my kiln up like a volcano if I could. Ooh, you want to see another Labradorite? Sarah says, no, why move? Where to? Oh, Sarah, we're so excited. We're moving 20 minutes south of where we started our business. So we're finally we're getting to move back home. After we've been in this house for 13 years and we've been looking for a place for 10. But it looks like it's until an insurmountable obstacle derails us. We're on course to move to the Huntsville, Alabama area in October. and be back near family again. Like within a 2 hour radius, we'll be able to see everybody on Randy's side of the family tree. And we'd have to basically either drive 6 to 9 hours or fly from where we are here in Missouri. Whereas in Huntsville, there we can fly there super easy, you know, because of the airport there. Oh my gosh, look at that Labradorite, you guys. But and so it's a dream come true. It's I can't believe well, if everything works out, you know, but we're taking the steps, you know. You got to give a dream a chance if you're going to see whether or not it comes true. Right? I love the shape is so different. But it's I'm such a lucky duck. Like because we've found houses almost a house a year and fallen in love with it enough that you know we're contacting real estate agents, we're you know contacting our bank to see if we qualify for a home loan, like we going through the steps, and every time year after year it's been you know and sometimes you know we go and do like really extreme things like trying to we were legitimately gonna get like a school, like we went and visited it and toured it and everything, but it was only it was like $80,000 for 5 acres, which has more money than we have anyways, but still you know for 5 acres. Are you okay? I dropped you on the cat. The cat's okay, she is indignant, but please pardon me while I screw with the tripod some more. So some of our adventures have been a little more ridiculous than others, but again, you never know unless you go. And actually, somebody is fixing that school up. So I don't know if it's the original owners that, or if somebody else bought it, but we never got contacted, which is fine because that was going to be, if we thought this place was a money pit, that was going to be way more than we could chew, but I was there for it. But I would have never thought to have pined after this house that we're going to be buying because my best friend lives there, and it never occurred to me that she would want to sell. Well, she wants to sell. And but yeah, I've known her since I was 18. She gave me away at my wedding. Like while we've been far apart for all these years, we still visit and see each other. And whenever we're together, it's like no time passed at all. But she's selling her home. And we will still have chickens. Yes, Dark Truth says, are y'all still going to have chickens? We are. It's on 2 acres. So currently we've been running our little urban homestead off of, which to call it a homestead is, I mean, but that's what we're doing. We're trying to, we grow gourds that we make art out of. The whole yard is like a set for when we're taking pictures of stuff or like, you know, so it's my happy space. So it's as important to my art as the drawers that hold my paint or the canvases and clay that I work with, like, or the cabs, you know. So the garden is a necessary component. And I will die on that hill. But so 2 acres, like I'm losing my mind. Randy is oh, and it says I'm knitting like a weaving machine, a freaking weaving machine. You got this though. Randy's over there weaving as well, but he's weaving chainmail. Yeah, Ember's okay on Mary. She did a little indignant. I'm gonna be honest, that's not the first time I've accidentally dropped a phone on her face. Well, it was her butt, but I usually drop the phone on my face. So here's another one of our stacked glass cabochons. And again, if y'all see anything that you like or are interested in getting some cabs of your own, or a craft along kit for the month of June, which I am going to be showing you guys the project for that. You can find all of that stuff at backtoearthcreations.com down in the video description. And you can use coupon code HAPPYCRAFTER to get 10% off. Okay, skipping a couple. Ooh, E24 is so pretty. I pulled my yarn out. Not sure I'm going to work on it. Typing is enough work. Be sure to give yourself your rest. But also sometimes crochet can take your mind off of feeling crappy. This is another one of those stacked fused glass. I think Randy is just as on board as I am about it, but we want to start doing screen melts which is where you have this like wire mesh up on kiln posts, and then you melt the glass through that, and then you smash that or like cut it up. And so that would be pretty cool. All right. Ooh, Anna says I do digital art a lot, and I have two D&D characters I made. If y'all want to hear about them, you can post them to the community page here on YouTube. You could make a saying crappy. No, I'm feeling crafty. The last word would make a good planet. Ooh, that's a really good point. So this is the one that I was telling y'all about that I'm like, I think that's one of the most beautiful in this shape I've ever seen. So first off, it is so like nice and thin. So this would be a fantastic candidate for setting into polymer clay, but you could wire wrap it. You could set it in chainmail. That is just wicked cool. Oh yeah. And this one's going off to, oh, there it is. Oh, we all have our best angles. Part of the fun of it is finding the best angle on the Labradorite. My goodness gracious. So that one's going off to its new home. Sarah says, I love how iridescent it is, right? Ooh, imagine heart-shaped fused glass if you'd ever want that, or dragon eye. Oh, it could be the pupil. Ooh. I'm really glad I've been pacing my coffee out until I get my second cup in the afternoon. So, okay, and now, what color of dragon eye do you guys want to see next? We have blue, red, green, or purple. Also, this little guy is going up into the auction gallery. Pet fur is always free. But it's a little glow-in-the-dark mushrooms. It's just a little fairy plant. Ooh, purple, says Sarah. So here's one of our purple eyes. And our live auction is a week from today. So Friday, June 26th from 3 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. But you can sign up for our free newsletter at backtoearthcreations.com so that you get the streaming link sent to you. And we're getting these uploaded to the auction gallery probably this evening is my goal, but at the very least, you'll get a link to it in the newsletter for tomorrow's live stream, because we'll be making more dragon eyes over on Kick. So there's the purple. There was also Kelly. Hey, Kelly says blue. I'm gonna show y'all. Ooh, I'll show you this blue one. Are you ready? Oh, I love this one with the seashells and the iridescent green to purple in the background. Y'all, would y'all be upset if I just started posting videos of making these? Like, I know that we've been doing wire wrapping a lot on the channel, but like, I'll at least do a couple. But these are so fun. But I don't know, I don't want stuff to get redundant and repetitive, but truly, I feel like if y'all are subscribed, you're just holding on for the ride. And so I'm just gonna go wherever my heart leads me, because I really like where those places have been taking me lately. And so this one's gonna be up in the live auction. And so what was the next color that was said? There's purple, blue. Oh, thank you, Dark Truths. It's so beautiful. The colors are so gorgeous. Oh yeah. Just finished my morning coffee. Fell asleep earlier without drinking it. Oh, mare. My mushroom, says Barbie. Oh. Oh, wow. Well, thank you, Anna. Well, what color should we do next, you guys? Green? Ooh, or orange. Okay. We've got another orange one, because we've got, keep yelling colors, you guys. We've got, wait, do you want like a red orange or like a gold orange? So I figure I don't get a whole lot of sculpting done whenever I'm live streaming. So I figure I'll save my goofing off for the live streams. And then, wait, or what color? I'd love to see a couple of the eye videos. Right on, Sarah. Okay, Sassy Cat says I would love it. Post away. I'm late because my son wanted a birthday pic from work. Oh, well, happy birthday to your son, Kathy. Gold orange. Okay. So this is the golden orange one. Oh, and I do. Do you want to see him glow? Are you, all right. Oh, sorry, it's been a while since I've looked at these ones, but oh my goodness gracious. That is so fun. So that one, and this one has a magnet on the back, so you can put these on your refrigerator or anything else that you can get a magnet to stick to. Or you can stick another magnet, just make sure it sticks to this first, then stick that to your wall. And then now you got magnets on your wall. Well, hey, Savaya, how's it going? Now Red Dragon, okay. But yeah, that's the, hey Anita, that's the golden yellow one. Also, which way you can always decide on your own if you're the winner of this eye in the auction, whether you have it be right, like, it can go either way. I'm having so much fun. The red one, I would put one of the dragon eyes outside my sister's window and just wait for her to look out at night. I always pick on her because she lives next to a cemetery. Oh, Kimberly. I mean, that's funny to me because I'm not your sister, but bless her heart. Oh, well, Relic. Oh my God, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you. Green. Hey, sis. Okay, well, we're going to do the red one, and then we'll do a big green, a little green, or a teal green. We got some options. So if y'all are having fun with this, just imagine what next week's live auction is going to be like, where there's like bidding involved. Amir says, hi, hubby. So this is the red and gold, and I just loved how this one came out with y'all. Okay, so how many of you guys have painted dragon eyes with like nail polish, like our old Dragon Eye of Sauron tutorial? Because this one was made with, well, guess. You can guess what. Was this painted with nail polish or with acrylics? I'm not good at being mysterious. I ordered the paint pens and they arrived today with 50 40 millimeter glass cabs. Oh, Kathy, you're going to be having a lot of fun in the craft room. Let's see if it fluoresces. But this one, it was acrylic markers. The art. Ah, but look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. I just freaking love, because this one I used acrylic markers as well as acrylic paint. So you can see that kind of like there's a yellowy fluorescent and a more orangey fluorescent. The more orangey fluorescent is from, sorry, don't look directly into the lights, you guys. Is just like folk art paint from like in a bottle. Totally works. I'm just seeing spots now. Okay, so there was that one, and then was it teal. Okay. Oh, he's not home. Oh, y'all are hanging out in my chat. Oh, that's fun. Like, I'm so glad to have a space that y'all can, like, it's like waving hi to each other out on the internet. It's so romantic. Like, it's so purple. They're hidden colors that show up mostly with a black light. Ooh, I have been saving for an eye. The dragon is my daughter's animal spirit. Oh, I want to get one for her. Her name is Violet, but she likes blue. The auction is going to be so much fun. Oh, Tracy, I'm so excited. He should be driving, but he's just listening. Right on. Well, we appreciate you. Okay, so we're doing the teal one. So again, this one has a magnet on the back. And this is another one that was painted with acrylic markers. And I wish it did a better job of capturing those really subtle color shifts. And each of our dragon eyes, I don't know if y'all have been noticing, but we don't do casts of stuff. I'd love to, but I am terrible at making molds. And it's more fun to just sculpt it. But so each one is a hand sculpted, one of a kind work of art, I suppose. Like, I'm trying to think more highly of my own work instead of just being like, well, I gotta go work. It's like I get to make art. Like, y'all give me the opportunity to make art for a living, so thank you guys. So, okay, what color next? Peach lemonade. Oh, that sounds so good. Lemonade, oh, sweet lemonade. Purple or green, you guys? Which one do you want to see? Ooh, Sassy Cat says, what brand of acrylic markers do you use? I've been using Artix, ARRTX. They're actually upstairs right now. It says high adhesion on the marker, and it seems to be high adhesion. So purple. Ooh, well, green came through first. So I'm going to show them to you both at the same time. So which one catches your eye first? There's no right or wrong answer. Barbie says, will you be signing and dating the backs of the eyes? Yes. But I didn't know if anybody would want it to be like two and then like their name and, you know, so. Okay. Purple or green? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And then just me laying peeking like a creeper in the background. So here's the purple that has some little Labradorites. They're in the tear ducts. And this one was actually made by, I pressed my fishnets. It wasn't these ones, it was my other ones and used those as the trace lines to do the scale patterns. And then this one I used, how old did we determine that polymer clay cane was, you guys? But to do all the little petals of the scales was just a polymer clay Skinner blend cane. And that was a lot of fun. And again, both of these magnets on the back. So those are all of the dragon eyes that are up for auction, but I also want to show you guys, we've got a couple of other things up for auction. Oh, well, thank you, y'all. So I'm putting this fairy house up for auction. And we're also putting this dragon up for auction. And so they will be listed in the auction gallery, which let me show you guys if you like things that fluoresce under a black light. I'm so sorry, Ember. I don't mean to put little cords and things on you. You're horribly neglected. She says, I don't know how I tolerate this abuse. I'm going to do some more black light stuff. So this is how this one fluoresces. Kimberly says this auction is going to be fun, fun, fun. Ooh, that makes me so happy. So all these little mushrooms will be sculpted out of polymer clay, so they glow in the dark. Like, it really glows if you get some actual sunlight on it. But you can see the fluorescent, and it glows blue on the edges of the wood. And then we cast her horns out of resin that has a fluorescent blue in it as well. More of those hand sculpted mushrooms. Her eyes fluoresce and glow. No, it's not super great lighting right now, like for really exhibiting how well they glow. But there's a little orange perimeter on all the leaves that fluoresces and would glow as well. But yeah, this whole strip of little baubles there and the spikes up her nasal ridge. But yeah, we'll have pictures of her under the daylight and just glowing in the dark, as well as under a black light in the auction gallery. Like, I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. Tracy says, I need more money. Same. That's why we're doing a live auction. Let me get this back into the tripod. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm so sorry, y'all. There it went. I lost the little tab that goes in the tripod that like grips it. So now it's like a slip and slide up in here. So I apologize, but this is the high quality content you've come to expect from this. So otherwise, will you have a starting bid for some of these pricier things? The Dragon's got to have a starting bid. Yeah, we're gonna have the starting bids listed. All of them have starting bids. Like even if something's just like starting bid $5, they all have a starting bid. I started a new hobby, a couple. Ooh, oh my heads. Oh goodness. But I'm very excited about it, you guys. So now let's hydrate and then dive back in and look at some more shiny rocks. So if you want to stay up to date with the different things that we have going on, whether it's the shop updates, whether it's new tutorials, vlogs, and live streams, or whether it's our live auction gallery and stuff like that, just sign up for our free newsletter at backtoearthcreations.com and you'll get an email from us anytime basically we have anything going on. You'll be among the first to know. So this one, in order of one, that's okay. Let's see what's in there. So this is one of our, I wanted to do a line of cabochons that were like drops of Jupiter that looked like they could be gaseous planets. And this one came out a little oblong, but I thought it was a beautiful homemade glass that looks kind of like picture jasper. So again, I'm not trying to market I'm not trying to market my cabs as gemstones, but I do think there's a similarity there. Sorry, I was getting hung up on saying that, tongue-tied. But that's the self-made, yeah, the homemade ones. It's just the homemade rocks. All right, on Kitsune. So thank you. And also, don't tell anybody, but I send a free cabochon in just about every order if we have them. So even whenever you place an order of just one cab, you're kind of getting two for the price of one. But it's like a mystery cab, and it's only if we can. So, but I appreciate y'all so much that I try to do that every chance we get. Oh my goodness gracious, this is a massive order. Okay, so this one. A bunch of our Labradorites. I don't even know if I'm gonna. Do y'all want to see them out of the bag? Let's do them out of the bag. Buy one, get one, yes. It's good that we take them out of the bag. So again, this is another one of the Labradorites that, well, I think it's a perfect cabochon for wire wrapping, setting in chainmail, polymer clay, doing beadwork around. How else would you use this, you guys? Wire wrapping. You could do macrame around it. I don't know if I already said that, but it's just not a good candidate for having a groove added, and that's okay. But that's why we do the groove in the way that we do on the website. Ooh, here's another one of the drops of Jupiter, which I'm really excited about. Which the drops of the leather, yes, that would be perfect actually, because like whenever I'm doing layers of things, I don't want the pendant to necessarily get like super thick. Well, hey Lynn, happy Friday to you too. So this is another one of the drops of Jupiter cabochons that I just thought looked like a nice banded swirly. It's got some wonderful like sagey olive greens in there that the camera doesn't really pick up on. I just love it. I remember as a kid being entranced by the swirly centers of marbles. And so I try to encapsulate that wonderful translucent quality of the almost like wisps of incense smoke caught in the glass. But it's just the different bands of color. But that's, I love making glass, you guys. So it tickles me pink that y'all are enjoying it so much and getting cabs and taking them home. It's like a thin mint. No eating cabochons. Been lurking, but that's got to be Misty's order. She went ham. I do believe she did. So we'll be trying to add more Labradorites next Friday as well. So we're going to be doing shop update and live auction, which is really exciting. So, but yeah, this is another one that's just as blurry in person. So you're getting an idea about the, oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice. Tickle the heart button on the ones that are your favorites, you guys. Oh my goodness gracious. I just love the depth, like, but there's no glass lensing, it's just solid stone through. Well, hey, Itzy, how's it going? My heart just melted, said Kimberly, right? I'm jelly of this one. Same. Oh, this one's really good too. Like I feel really blessed. There's a bunch in here. But you can always see more pictures of and videos of the different cabochons that we have in stock at Back to Earth. Oh, wow. At backtoearthcreations.com. My goodness gracious, the coppery orange going like off into like this purple at the ends. That is so cool. Oh my god, Michelle says I went to look like 30 minutes after I got the update and they were like all gone. Oh man. Well, hey Wanda. Oh, I love Labradorites as well. But and then we're gonna move to the next order because that one has just got so many. But I do want to be, if y'all want to be crafting along with me, we're gonna get our wires and our pliers. I'm gonna be using 18 gauge and 24 gauge wire and a 12 millimeter bead, but you can use a smaller bead. My main recommendation is to make sure that you can fit 2 strands of 24 gauge wire through the center of your bead. So this order has a spool of 28 gauge copper core wire in the tone antique copper. So we're slowly, like, we'll rebuild it when we get to Alabama, when we get moved to Alabama in October. But we're going to be, because right now we're like clearing out everything that we can. If it's not nailed down, we're selling it just about out of our craft room. Like we're doing D-stash giveaway boxes in our Kick live streams. So like the projects that I've had on my beading trays that I've not gotten to, I just arm sweep it into a box and we give that away over in our Kick live streams every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And you can go over there and find out more about that giveaway if you're interested in participating. But that's one of the things that we're doing. We're doing some donation boxes for the things that are a little too big or a little too heavy for doing a giveaway that where we ship it. But like, we're trying to like, I don't know, clear everything out, I guess. So it's not that it's on clearance, but we're not restocking until we get to Alabama. So there's some 28 gauge wire, that one. And then I've just grabbed like a random pinch of cabochons out of the box to kind of show you what's in this order. So this one is U44. This is a beautiful fiery orange. I wanted to make like something that looked like fire opals, but this is fused glass and I absolutely love. There's one of the glass artists that I greatly admire is Firechild Glass, and I actually have one of her marbles, and she does like, it's lamp work, but it's like borosilicate. So she does these really amazing, beads and stuff as well, but things that my torch couldn't even handle as far as like orbs and spheres and things. And she puts these bubbles in her work sometimes, and I think they just make the most beautiful little perfect planets. And so I thought this just looked so cool. Like it was deep in the heart of a nebula. And it's a little easier when the camera's focusing on it. But you can see like in through the edge, perhaps. Well, you'll see with your own eyes when it gets home safe to you, but they're a lot of fun. Like I can just lose myself in them. And then here's another one of the drop of Jupiter. The depth on that one is amazing. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. Oh, Wanda says, always appreciate you. This is my first live. Well, welcome to today's live stream. Am I keeping you company while you craft, or are you just taking a break? Either way, cheers, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today. I'm having so much fun taking a much needed break for my elbow. That would make a good pumpkin. Oh, I should be pumpkin minded. It's about that time of year. Oh. But yeah, this is another drop of Jupiter. I think this one, what do you think? Would it pumpkin or not pumpkin? I want to see if I can make some that look a little bit more jack-o'-lantern-y, like on purpose. Taking a break to enjoy. Right on. Ooh, Sassy Cat says, I'm assuming you have to put the glass in a mold to get a particular shape. Most of the time, yeah. So like this one here, we use a mold, but unlike with resin, where you would think if this were resin cast, it'd be cast like this. We cast like this in the mold. And so the glass gets a really nice, smooth, perfectly domed surface, whereas the back stays nice and flat. And we use a zip boron nitride, high temperature, like spray lubricant to dress our molds so that the glass doesn't stick. But I really love this one. I thought it looked like little rose petals or something, just really rich red. Gotta put it back in the bag. And then this one here is another one of the drops of Jupiter. Made with different sheets of glass, but similar in concept enough that, like, I love just like the depth. It almost makes it look a bit like agate or a geode or something. Like, I don't know, I love them. And I'm so glad that y'all like them too, and that I get to send them home to you. And if y'all didn't know, you can post pictures of your work to our YouTube community page. And that way, not just Randy and I can see what you've made, whether it's with your own materials or whether it's with like our craft along kits that we send out every month. Either way, like Randy and I will see it, and everybody in the community who stops by can see it too. So it's a wonderful opportunity for some shameless self-promotion, to just show, I'd love if our community page could become, and it is with y'all's participation, it's really becoming a place that I can go to instead of going to Instagram or Facebook to just like scroll. I can go and actually see my friends' artwork in a way where I can hopefully, you know, help y'all get some light shined on you and stuff, and some new followers and stuff of your own. So this one, Barbie, are you still here in the room? I'm about to start calling numbers. Y'all, there's some pretty, let me get the camera flipped around. Huh, hubby says he can't turn the screen off when you are live streaming. We pay YouTube and normally can shut off the screen and keep listening. Oh, I don't know. That's wild. Hey, Danielle says, how long have you been streaming? For a solid hour now. We're going to be streaming for 2 more. So I'm going to show you guys the last bit of the cabochons that are going off to their new homes. And then we're going to start doing June's craft along project together, which is a little wire wrapped sun pendant or earrings, depending on how you want to make them. Right on, Barbie. So this one here is number E41. All the new cabochons on our website this week start with item number E. And this one is just so pretty. It's got such a deep coppery orange, like into almost a little bit of a golden tone. bye-bye to that one, going off to its new home. And then just watching and drooling. Right on, Barbie. How are you feeling today? And then here we have another one from that same batch of the little puddle smash. I wanted to get the color scheme of moss agate, and I think this one, this cabochon in particular, I think, let me know what y'all think, but I think it would go really well with some moss or tree agate. And I don't know, maybe some howlite to bring out those kind of white swirly tones in there. That's pretty cool. Gotta drink some more coffee, gotta fuel the tank. Okay, so here's another really pretty Labradorite. Oh, really, Sarah? If y'all are enjoying today's live stream, could you tickle my like button? I think that makes the algorithm appeased. I love the flash in this Labradorite. That is so pretty. And again, perfect thickness. It's just, it tapered off a little bit on this end, and that made it to where I didn't believe it would be a good candidate for grooving. Hi, Kathy. Now I'm going to give y'all the heads up. We're going to be adding more Labradorites to the shop next Thursday. And if you want to be among the first to know, be sure to sign up for our free newsletter, or you can join our Happy Crafter Club by being a YouTube channel member or getting one of our craft along kits. These are all different. Oh, that's pretty. These are all different routes that you can take to finding out whenever the shop up. It just depends, like we have a free option, and then if you want to help financially support the channel and other free tutorials and live streams and stuff that we do, those are different ways. But we'll be posting new Labradorites on Thursday, as well as hopefully tomorrow we'll link out the send out the link for the auction gallery. And this one, of course, is just as blurry in person. It's E23. The newsletter really helps you to be the first to the shop, says Amir. Right on. I had the same problem and that solved it for me. Oh, right on. Consider it tickled. Oh, well, thank you guys. Oh, well, hey, Lydia, how's it going? Oof, okay, so here's one of our, I'm pale in comparison to Labradorite, but I'm pretty pleased with how some of our more recent dichroic glass have been coming out. And this is one of my homemade dichroic glass that I'm just so excited to be sharing with you guys. And this one has just the very slightest flush of a little coppery color right there. And I just love these intense little baubles of glass. And that one was D60. Was E23 a lab? That one's a Labradorite. And then I'm going to show y'all another one of our fused glass. Oh, well, thank you, Sarah. Sparkle. And so here's a really nice deep cherry red fused glass. I'm working on, I want to be able to unlock like a very bright red. Like I'm just testing it with some different colors behind it, and I'm trying to work a ratio of like colored frit to clear frit to where I can get a good solid red, but where it's a little lighter, a little more translucent. So I'm not, our reds aren't where I want them to be yet, but so much of it, there's no wrong color for whenever I fuse the glass, like is the way I view it, because otherwise I get real hung up on gotta make sure I'm doing it right. But I do want to be able to get the color that I'm aiming for. And so that's where all like the experimentation and stuff comes from. And then here's another red one to match the other. So I guess this order you could make matching earrings or friendship pendants. And I just love, because I'd love for a red that you can back with either copper or silver, like in metal smithing, and really get just that intense, like ruby, not quite ruby red, but like if ruby and garnet and just bright cherry red, like all together. Like, oh, that'd be so pretty, wouldn't it? Okay. I'm going to show you another one of the Drop of Jupiter, and then we're going to do another Labradorite, and then one of the fused glass that I'm really pleased with. Aw, well, thank you, Lydia. It's a huge compliment. We're not trying to make them pass as gemstones. I'm being very honest about what's glass and what's gem, but that's a huge compliment because I just wanted to make my own, you know. I can't wait until we can get some lapidary equipment one day. But yeah, just more deep, dark swirls. And the camera doesn't do it justice, you guys, on the different, you can see that there's like layers and stuff in there. They just, each one has its own little microcosm of personality. Okay, so here's a really nice Labradorite. And again, this one was not a great candidate for being grooved because of its thickness. And again, that would be perfect. How would you set this Labradorite? Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. Oh my goodness. Let's... No, I think we found its best flash right out the gate. It's pretty nice horizontal too, though, you guys. They just look like nebulas that have cold gas clouds in front of them, like cold dust clouds. That was E1. Oh, the previous one was E82, and then this one was E1. Sorry, I'm bad about remembering to say the numbers. It looks tree-like with the dark part. Yes! And then this one is E14. And what do y'all think? Should we make this color of glass again? I wanted it to look like Luna moth wings, but I think I want to... I don't mind recreating some families of cabochons, like color schemes and stuff, but my heart's always at experimenting and stuff. And so what we do is each month I make batches of glass and try a different thing. And so we'll have a lot of that one color scheme, but I'll do like 3. You know, we do like 3 different styles of glass a month, and then send them out to our Craft Along Kit subscribers. And that way y'all get to see how our art grows. You get to support the channel. You get to craft with the same materials that we use in our booth, and like in all the things that we make and sell. And then we use that same like, do y'all want to see something that I'm very excited about? Because I've mentioned that we're moving to Alabama in October, right? So we don't know how long our kilns are going to be out of commission. So we're trying to get ahead. And so here you can see, this is how we make the cabochons in their ceramic molds. This is our big kiln. It's a CS16 Paragon. The CS means it's a clamshell. So you can see how it like opens and closes. The 16S is that it's 16 inches square. And that's the heating element. And then that's the thermostat. And then this thing here is the programmer where you can program and set. But that's one of the kilns that we make our cabs in. But then here, my goal is I need to have all of these be filled like this, so that, like, for this whole tray. And so these ones were on just like limited release for the remainder of the year, but we may send them out. Like, we make a bunch of them till we send them out in the kits, and then we'll have like this many left. Or this one we had quite a few left because I used quite a few sheets of glass. Oh, it's so blurry. There we go. But each one has its own character, you know, so it's... But that's how we do this. So, and then we have some that have like a really pretty shimmer. And so we've got quite a bit of cooking to do. But the glass starts out as either sheets of glass which we're trying to get all of this cooked because I don't want to take anything that's just going to break and then be hard to cook with or hard to make into cabochons. And then this is some of the frit that Randy had made, and you can see how we do that in the vlogs that we post every Tuesday. But like these are what we're making this month's. Those cabochons here are a combination of these 3 colors of glass. And I like swirl them together in different ways and stack on the frit carefully, and so each one comes out different. But we also, these are the frits. So these are like if you took one of those sheets and then just bashed it up. So like this one is a powder, and so you have to wear your respirator with those ones. But those are all of our blues. We have I like greens a lot. So, but yeah, so there's that. And then Randy's been just weaving away, making more of the scale cauldrons to stock our booth with at Dragon Con. And so we're going to be on cat camera for just a little bit, you guys, because I'm going to go grab a few things. And then whenever I come back, we're going to be wire wrapping. So if you want to wire wrap with me, we're using 18 gauge. You'll need about maybe 20 inches maximum of the 18 gauge, and then about 5 feet of the 24 gauge, and then a 12 millimeter bead or smaller. But if you're working with me like stitch by stitch, those are the materials I'm using. But let me get this turned around on the cat. Oop. There we go. Goodness gracious. I'm so good at getting flattering angles. Oh well. Look at me stopping the camera from jumping out of the tripod before it jumps out of the tripod. Oh, Rebel says, are you still going to SoonerCon? No, we had to cancel for SoonerCon. Our house sitter was not able to house sit for us. And that combined with a couple of other things and my elbow hurting me, we were able to cancel with them soon enough that we didn't get a refund, but we were able to cancel, like refund the hotel room. And they had enough time to like get that space doled out to other artists. So there's not like an empty spot. All right, so I will be right back, you guys. Oh, really? Sheila says that is so interesting. A lot more to the cabs than we know. Oh, right on. So the ground up glass is how you make the patterns? Sometimes. I'll try to show more about the glass making process in the vlog. Oh no! Oh, Rebel! I'm so sorry. Here, I'll be right back, you guys. Alrighty, y'all. So I have my pliers and my wires. So I have the 18 gauge wire and, pardon me, my lady, 18 and 24 gauge. And I guess it'll be helpful if I just show y'all what it is that we're making. Oh, I sat down without getting a bead, but I'll show you real quick. So this is what we're making today. And it is a project that incorporates a bead, but the challenge, we'll get more into this. So this is the project, but then in the kits, we also send a groovy cabochon and some cabochons that don't have grooves. And so if you don't know what else to do, you can follow along with the project with us. Otherwise, my creative challenge to y'all for the June craft along kits, which again, you can use your own materials too, but if you don't know else where to start, you can get the kit. But how would you do this setting on a groovy cab and on a like unwrapped, like an ungrooved cabochon, just a traditional? So, but we're going to start with the way that I think is the easiest, and that is putting it onto a 12 millimeter bead. Now, your kit will have the bare copper, which is 18 gauge and 24 gauge, but for the sake of demonstration today, I'm going to be using the 18 gauge, and this is 24 gauge, and this one's antique copper, and this one's titanium toned, but that way you'll be able to see, hopefully you'll be able to see the stitches a little bit more distinctly. So let me go grab a bead. Your kit will have 3 of the 12 millimeter beads, like these ones here. They will either be Amazonite, like these ones here, or red jasper. Well, hey, Tigress, how's it going? Caught another live, yeah. Oh, right on, Rebel. Yeah, Ember's a sweet girl. Yeah, this is Ember Cat. She's 19 years old, and today she's helping me to make some wire wrapped jewelry with y'all. Though I'm gonna grab a fan too, you guys. It's a little warm here. So yeah, what kind of a gemstone or glass are y'all gonna be wrapping with me today? So I apologize in advance if the fan is loud in y'all's ears. But it's quite, yeah, a nice background. It's my Ember Cat. It's quite warm today. Okay. So the pliers that I'm using today, let me actually zoom out just a bit. Just a cat's butt. There we go. So the pliers that I'm using today are, well, certainly I'm going to be using wire snips, and we'll want something, either a stick mandrel pliers. So like these are examples of stick mandrels. Ooh, some quartz and filigree metal. Quartz seems best. Right on. So these are stick mandrels, and these are my mandrel or bail making pliers. But you could also use just a pen or knitting needles or round nose pliers, which we're going to need because we're going to be making, no, actually, I don't think we'll like need the round nose. So I'm just going to leave them here until they're necessary. And so for the 18 gauge wire, we're going to have a few that are going to just be pulled out So we're going to do 5 wires. The first one is going to be 12 inches long. And while it's on the spool, I want to go ahead and use my nylon gel pliers to just swipe, running it along the length of the wire. And you can feel with your fingertips that actually heats it up a little bit. But this is work hardening and it's straightening that wire out. And so just about 12 inches. And then, is the audio okay for you guys? Ah, hey Sarah, says happy home from work. Start the weekend early Friday. Nice. Oh, Ember is just molting. And so I'm just going to work harden another length of wire. Audio is good, excellent. And so this one I'm going to cut like 4 inches. So I want 4 lengths of the 18 gauge wire at 4 inches long. And you could have, I mean, you could have your rays of sunshine go just as far as you'd like, but I'm only going to have these be 5 wide. Though it might just be 4, but now we have an extra one prepped just in case. Okay. And now, yeah, I lost my bead. There we go. I want 5 feet or more of our 24 gauge wire. So I'm pulling off a full arm span and a half because I'd rather have more than not enough. And then just giving that a little snip. And I'm going to find the middle of my wire. And then I'm going to come to the, let's just grab it in the middle, and then I'm going to come about a foot to the right. So that just makes one end a little longer for when we do the bail. And so, do I want to do it like that? Let's see. Yes, I do. Okay. So where we've pinched, which is a foot to the right of center, I'm now going to come to the middle of our 18 gauge wire. Oh, I don't know, Lydia. So I just want to do 2 little wraps around our 18 gauge core. So that's how that's looking. 2 little wraps. And if you're like me and you did too many, that's okay. Our nylon gel pliers are our friends here. And we can just get in there and kind of straighten that back out. You can also use flat nose pliers to kind of smush straighten, just like that. White Kitsune says, do I have enough 20 gauge? It's a mystery. But now we're going to be adding a 3rd stitch in right there later on in the project. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to feed a little bit of wire through and bend it. Goodness gracious, that's very blurry. There will be a separate tutorial, yes. We're kind of just working out some of the details here in the stream. It's time to vacuum Ember's pillow again. But yeah, so right there, I'm just putting that little bit of wire as a placeholder in between. So I've crossed, and I'm going to snip. And that was just from the far tail end of my wire. And then I'm going to twist, tie, twist it once and twice. Now, also, you guys, we have something new this week. We are going to be experimenting with live streaming at Sunday morning from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. But yeah, so we have that little placeholder right there now. I'm going to add in one of our 18 gauge wires, and then I'm going to go one around both. Now I'm going to do a secondary. Oh my goodness, that's so much cat fur. I'm just going to pinch this in the edge of my drawer real quick to hold that there. Let's give Ember some privacy. Cats, am I right? Okay. So yeah, when my project needs held, I just set it into the corner of the drawer like that. But I'm going to take some wire just off the spool, like it's still attached, and I'm going to take one of our strands of 18 gauge, and I'm going to just wrap like 10 coils. Oh man. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. That's a nice round number. And I'm just going to train that last little bit of tail down because waste not, want not. Oh no, using half round? That might have a cool effect. That'd be tricky to work with, but it'd have a cool effect, I bet. Oh, Lydia, thank you so much for that gift. Lydia says, thank you, friend, your support and kindness in sharing this awesome stream. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Kitsune says, I thought it was shiny on one side. So what we've got here now is our little coil, and I'm going to smush those ends in just so that everything is nice and smooth and like pressed down. Oh, bye-bye, Ember. I know I put all kinds of stuff all over your couch. There she goes. Okay. There we go. We got our work surface. I will always, like, she's 19 years old. I try to be accommodating of her if I can. Okay. So, there's that over there. Oh, knocked off my 18 gauge wire. It's alright if you get tangled in your project. These things just happen. We're sticking with it, says Kitsune. And so now we can pick up what we were working on. And we'll add in this wire. Back through where it was. So let me zoom in for you guys. But yeah, if your wire falls out, you can just try to slide it back in. But this way we can slide that up as like a little blocker, and that's going to maintain our spacing. And I find this to be very, very helpful to me. And then I'm going to add in another wire, 18 gauge parallel to the other two. And then I'm going to wrap around. And then leaving this spacer on there, but making a little bit of room. We're going to place that there. And I like to bend up quite sharply and then bend down and around quite sharply. And this is going to help us get consistent tension. So this one, to make like this, we would stop here. Do you guys want to see what happens if we go? I'll do it just like this time. We'll experiment more. We're adding in a live stream Sunday morning from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that's going to be just a craft along live stream. Like, we're not going to have a shop update or any other distractions. We're going to be just crafting and experimenting with the different things that we send out in our craft along kits each month. So now from here, I can have Mercy on my left hand, which is the hand that's holding my project, and I can zoom out just a little bit, and I'm going to remove, this is a ring clamp. I like mine with a wedge because there's not a wing nut poking out for me to get tangled on, but some folks don't have good success with the wedge holding tension. And I really like the ones that have the leather jaws, because you can really grip it down on your pliers without it biting in. So I'm just holding the wires like that, and then I'm going to insert the wedge into the back end, and then we're just going to press down on it till it holds itself in. And the key to me to getting it to stay in is to not have it protruding, because if it's like that, it's going to get knocked out. But if I keep it lined up, and then I can just hold this almost in a relaxed manner in my left hand while we then come in and do more of the weaving. In theory, like, nothing makes it foolproof, but, you know, points for effort. And so now I'm going to be lining up our wires. I'm just splaying them out very little to make weaving a little easier for me. So now I can bring that wire up and through, and then over, and then pulling towards the back. Getting that wire up and through, and then over, and then to the back. I like the 24 gauge wire for this, much thinner I've found, and it doesn't really, oh, here she comes. She likes to pounce, she ain't got no thumbs. Oh, here she comes. It's the Amber Kitty. Let me move my pliers, baby. Come on in. In case a kitty wanna come on in. All right. So we've got 1, 2. And now from here, we can remove our little spring that we've made, just because I like getting it out of the way. And then we're going to pull up and in between like that. And then around. And again, just for some shameless self-promotion, you can craft along with us using materials that you have, or if you want exactly what we're working with in the upcoming tutorial, you can get one of our craft along kits. Down in the video description below, there's a link to where you can join our Happy Crafter Club. Oh no, I'm doing too many. I only needed to do 2. No, I needed to do 3. So there we have 1, 2. And then pulling up and through, and there is 3. And now we're going to slide that coil onto the first shorty. Well, hey, Misty, how's it going? How was your day at work? Tracy says that tool is on my Christmas list, right? Ember just wants her butt to be the background today. But that being there is going to keep these 2 wires, the leftmost and the next in line, from getting too tight next to each other. And so now we're going to go between those two, coming around town. Don't mind being fidgety with it. Be as fidgety as you need to be. Making sure that we have just a little bit of space. That way, this is what's happening on the back side. We don't want to be going like that. We want things to be sitting nice and parallel. And now we've got one length around all 4 core wires, pressing down nice and firm, and then coming up in between those two, coming around to the back, pushing. I like to push with my finger to come round. I'm going to pull that spring up just a little bit, coming through there, coming around, maintaining that tension. Ooh, I don't want it to be too tight. Let's make sure anytime I'm, gosh, those beans. Those beans. If I touch them, she'll get mad, but I can touch them on screen. She still does it. She doesn't even like it. She can feel me touching them with my mind. She's like, don't touch my beans. Crazy busy, says Misty. It's been quite a week. I did shopping therapy. Ooh, as y'all saw this week when you posted the update. Oh, well, thank you very much. We appreciate the heck out of you. Right on, Kitsune. Yes, they are. And I have to remind myself, Lydia, that I'm using the ring clamp, and so I don't have to be so, clamped down on this. Now, in case you're weaving faster than me, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 repetitions of this weave pattern going around the circumference of our bead. And I'm using a 12 millimeter bead. So I've got 1, 2, Ember is a craft kitty today. And then I'm going to pull this spring up out of the way. And then I'm going to go 1. And if you didn't get a good connection, that's not very nice and parallel. So I'm just going to come in here and just push with the edge of my flat nose pliers. So there's 1, 2, and 3. But yeah, it just has mercy on our fingernails if we use our metal tools when working with metal. Oh no. Oh, Taryn. My heart's with you. Well, come and enjoy the kitty craft room vibes with us up in here today. Because there's no telling how much longer we're going to, Ember's 19 years old, but I'm enjoying every day with her that we can. So there's 1, 2, 3, so now we're just coming up and pulling that down. And then around, coming up in between those two. And then around. And then around all 4 core wires. Then coming up between wires 3 and 4. Coming between wires 2 and 3. And coming between wires 1 and 2. And you can see we're farther away from where the detachment point, from where the point of control in the clamp. So instead of that getting all wrenched and weird, I'm just gonna move our grip up a little bit. just like that. So we have 3 repetitions of the pattern contained. And now our wires aren't going to be bending around on us quite so much because we're kind of like chucked up on it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're really glad to have the different vlogs and videos from over the years. So there's 1, 2, 3 around all, and then starting to climb back down. 1. Oop, don't want to get snagged on the spring. That row. That's what I get for trying to get ahead of myself, but there's no need in rushing it. You gotta craft at a craft's pace. Like, you can't rush the drying time. You can't rush, you can get more efficient and stuff. But, yeah, the ring clamp makes a big difference. But sometimes you just gotta take a kitty break. I can hear Randy in there weaving away. The click-clicking of chainmail rings. He's so close to being done with a project that he set his sights on completing. So it's all the scale pauldrons for our booth at Dragon Con. That's what I was weaving the second stage in our impromptu Tuesday live stream, actually. 1, 2, 3 coils around those core wires. Right on. Well, we were all younger 9 years ago. That's all right. We're 9 years wiser now, for sure. Hopefully. Yeah, Callie was such a sweetie. So we only have 1 more to do of the pattern on this side. I miss my babies. They live on in our hearts, though. I'm blessed to get to, see them everywhere around the home and remember them, and those memories are precious to me. But it's wonderful to make new memories because I see them in the new memories too. I'm reminded of them. Okay, then I'm just going to slide that up a little bit so that we can get in here and go like 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm not going to snip the wire, I'm just going to leave it at that. And we get to, oh my God, I am so lucky, Lydia. Randy does phenomenal work. He has a phenomenal work ethic. He keeps me on track. I could not do what I do without him, for sure. And he makes it fun. It would be work without him. And not just because he does most of my work too, but it's wonderful to get to work alongside my best friend. Hey, Virginia. Yeah, we making some jewelry today. So yeah, we have 5 repetitions of the weave. And as a refresher for those of y'all who just came in, these are the so I made a little divider, like a placeholder, with a twist tie bit of scrap wire so that it's holding the place of a 3rd stitch, because you'll see we have 1 wrap around each of the wires, but then 3 coils in between where the weave starts again. And so now I'm going to come in and I'm going to move the little spring that we had made, the little coil, the spacer. through the short wire that's nearest to the long wire side. Kitsune says, okay, I think I see what we're doing. Yeah, we're going to do 10 repetitions of this. We're going to pull all the things out. I'm going to shape it around. We're going to, the bead. We're going to remove this little loop here. One of the wires is going to go down and hook through the bead. The other wire is going to become the bail. And then we get to finish the bail in whatever manner we like. Right on. I call this one a sun, like the sun ray weave, because to me the wheat head one is like where I loop around two and then two and then two and then it comes down and it kind of looks like the head of a grain. But it's just like with chainmail, there's just as many names of weaves as there are weaver or crafters to weave them. And so coming through between these two wires, coming through around there. Move it around those two wires. And again, there's no point in rushing or crowding myself. I just make more work for me. Yeah, I do very much prefer it with the ring clamp. It is official. And again, just setting it on there and then really pressing. You know, it'll, so long as you've got those leather jaws on there, you're really going to have to abuse it to get it to show up on the wire. So getting that up close before tightening. And then backing it up quite a bit. We're going to go 1, 2, and 3 around that one wire, which is the longest one. And then I kind of slide it back up into place just to get them aligned. Make some room so I can get the wire in there. I'm going to pull kind of forward and up first, and then get it woven. And by woven, of course, I mean tangled around the wire to do one. Before I tighten it, I bring it back down, and then pulling up and over before, and pulling it like that, I think gives me a crisper wrap. You know, so I've pulled this, and now I'm not going to start the wrap from here. I'm going to pull and go that way, and then wrap around, pull that tension down, and then open that up just a smidge. And after my hand injury especially, I use all the different training wheels and tips and things that I can fit into my toolkit because anything to save the trouble on my hands. And so again, I'm going to train that bend up. And so now I can scooch that good and out of the way. And whenever I bring this around, I can still kind of fit everything. So I should have moved it up before I smushed it, but let's come in and give that a squishy smush. Boop. Oh, I love that. Oh, really? I'm very lucky. Like you can see, I actually get, well, I actually got a pretty deep scratch somehow in the back of this nail. But I'm blessed with very thick nails. Now you can use, there's this tool, which is a thimble that I've put some Next Care foam tape so that whenever I'm pressing, it doesn't push into my skin. Or you can use it as properly intended. But I liked the leverage that it gave me, having it like this. So there's one. There's 2. If y'all are enjoying this free live stream, please be sure to tickle my like button. That makes the algorithm happy, so I've heard. But yeah, so you could use just a little tool like that and it'll help save your fingernails. Well, hey, Melisandre, how's it going? Oh, no. Ember Kitty's a good girl. So that was that 1, 2, 3. So now we're going to slide that back down so that we can get that training bend. Kind of get it out of the way. Just enough that whenever we slide this wire through, I don't want right here it getting stuck. If that spring's like right there, I might get stuck on it. And so, or I could just make sure to not have the little ends poking out, but it's all, you know, whatever works. So coming up like so, and coming down like so. I'm going to bring that in much tighter now. Around all the core wires. So this right here is what we're making today. And that's June's craft along project, and there will be a tutorial coming out. Though I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm like on the edge of burnout, like again, like chronically. So if the tutorial doesn't happen, we do still have these live streams, and I will be live streaming this project again specifically in a tutorial style on Sunday, like day after tomorrow. Be sure to sign up for our free newsletter. That way, you know, you don't miss out on any impromptu live streams. We did an impromptu one this past Tuesday, and that was actually a lot of fun, weaving some scale mail together. There's 1, 2, and 3. And now I want to check and see how many I've lost count. There we go. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we only need 2 more. And again, this is to go around a 12mm bead. And I'm just smushing that with my flat nose pliers. Really, really pleased with that. I'm going to take a little bit of just a hand stretch break. Let's drink some water. Yeah, Ember Kitty's here taking care of me today. All right, drink some water. It's a brief stretch, but it's better than no stretch, right? Gonna re-wedge this back in, because why not use tools if they help us to be more consistent about the results that we want to get. Okay. Let us see. I'm going to slide this up quite close. Well, and I'm going to bend up and around. But yeah, see, that's the example of if I do it quite close, it gets snagged. Whereas if I have it like right here, it is not as snagged. There's 1, 2, 3. doing that bend up to really get that tension locked in so I can scooch the wire out of the way. And then we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to bring that up kind of nice and tight to pull this up. Bring that through and just bend, but before I pull tight, I scooch the wire back. So this is our last one of this pattern, you guys. So we're about to get started in on the bail. Like, this comes together almost like all at once right at the end. Hey, Morphing! Ooh! How are you doing today? Oh, well, thank you so much, Lydia. I'm going to say you're a much better friend than I am. I appreciate you coming into my streams. I'm so bad about making it to other folks' streams. But anytime that I'm able to make it, it is a treat. You do a good job. So there we go. Oh, this is Ember. She started the business with us 19 years ago. We had her before we had the business. Though, is that true? We might have started the business that September and then found her in like February. I don't know. It was so long ago, but she's a good girl. I blow off the cat hair, but you know, that's okay. That's all part of it. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. Fantastic. So now I can slide off and set that coil off to the side. Pardon me again. And again, we have that little space holder. If you've just come in, what we've got going on here is 4 strands of 18 gauge wire. The longest one is about 12 to 14 inches. Each of these 3 are just, you know, almost 5 inches long. And we're going to be setting a 12 millimeter bead into the center of this. And this is the Craft Along project for our June Craft Along kits that you can get at backtoearthcreations.com, or you can just use whatever materials you have on hand. Either way, my goal is to get you all crafting. It's to get me crafting and get you all crafting with me. So from here, before we pull the wires out, we could lightly hammer, but I find it perfectly sufficient to just give it a couple good squishy smushes or squeezes with my flat nose pliers. Get everything kind of nice and compressed together. Now you can see here, we're about to bend the wire around the size of our 12 millimeter bead. So this is where it can be really handy to have like a stick mandrel or a ring mandrel, something that you can shape the wire. I'm going to be using a ring mandrel today, but you could use the handle of a cooking spoon or something like that. But I'm going to, I don't know, what do you all think? Is it better to, yeah, exactly, morphing. Is it better to do it with the wires in or with the wires out? So I'm holding, distributing the weight through 3 fingers against my thumb, like distributing the weight of the pressure. Whoop. I'm just pulling out using my flat nose or bent nose pliers. And so now we've got all those fun little sun rays. And I like this because it almost makes like a gallery wire looking edging. And I'm going to begin on an area that's much, much larger than what I need it to be, to just shape around initially. And then we can start shaping these out like so. Putting that little spot holder twisted around as well. Both of these wires are weaving wires. I'm going to have come off to the left side of me because I'm right-handed, and that way it's just out of the way. So whichever way is out of the way for you, do that one. Okay, so we're really up close here now, zoomed in mode. But I just want to continue shaping by pulling these wires. I don't want to be pulling on the weaving that we've done. I just want to be pulling on the core wires to kind of size that down. And I'd rather overbend than not have it be bent enough. And so, yeah, the teeny tiniest size on the ring mandrel seems to be pretty good for a 12mm bead. But if you're using a smaller bead, you might do fewer radials, like of the little sunshine beams radiating out the side. And you could shape around a stick mandrel. Ember is not camera shy at all. Yeah, it does look like a little crown, doesn't it? And so now I'm going to set this here. And I'm going to come in, and you'll notice one of our core wires is significantly longer than the other. This was by design, but I don't think I said it out loud. But it's this one, the longer one, is going to be like a loop that goes around. So I'm glad we're doing this before shooting the tutorial, because now I'll know what things to address. Or at the very least in Sunday's stream. So I'm going to really get as close up onto that weaving as I can, that coiling that we've done, and I'm going to bend 90 degrees vertically. Oops, sorry, Amber, don't mean to poke you. And I'm going to take the wire from the bent side, which just so happens to be the shorter of the two, and I'm going to pick up our 12mm Amazonite bead, and I'm going to slide it all the way up. This other longer wire, I'm just going to continue its coil pattern until it's protruding no longer into my line of sight, like where I'm working. So now, where's those wire snips? We can come in here and untwist tie the twisted spot holder. And in the little gap that this will have left, we could just snip it too, but I don't like to risk snipping the wrong wire if I can help it. So that makes just a tiny little piece. Make sure that doesn't fall off and get in somebody's foot or sock or something. But now we have a little gap that we can just set our wire down into. Now, I don't know if anybody thinks that that's necessary to have gone through all that work, but I wanted to experiment and see if it gives me a good result. More data is required on whether or not it is necessary. Wiggly spot holder, yep. Yeah, oh, that's a good tip, Barbie. Thank you. So now we've got that wire to where it'll just nestle into that gap. And I'm going to bring the wire, here's it on the front, nestling into that gap. And I'm going to overpress just a smidge to get that wire back.
See that about the zoo?
I did, yeah, thank you, honey. And I'm going to use the back of my thumbnail as like a ramp for this wire because it's going to want to kink. I just know it. We're going to start just easing it a little at a time. And now I'm going to grab with my bent nose pliers and I'm going to hold everything quite firm. And I'm just going to trust the process that we got it lined up well enough that now we can just have our little sun sitting there. How do we make that tighter, I wonder? Well, this is why we're going to have that other wire coming through. And so from here, ooh, I like that, Amermer. Art Deco. So from here, I'm going to grab with my flat nose pliers the core wire, and I'm compressing those coils just as much as I can. And then I'm going to bend up, and so that these are the parallel bunny ears of our bale. Our shorter of the weaving wires is coming off, like I'm going to pull it kind of off to the side, and now I want the really long end of our weaving wires. And I'm going to wrap these two parallel. So there's just 1, 2, 3, 4. And we don't really have to count. I just want to do however large of a bale as you want. Because you could do this way far long and have it be like a little long, and then do the loop up here and have it be like a star drop earring, or, you know, a very like drop pendant or something like. But this is just going to be the bale. So whether we want it very diminutive so that these can be earrings, or whether we want it very long and narrow, or very short and, you know, big from the side, it's a artist's choice on this one. So however you like. And now I'm just going to start whip coiling around both until we get down to enough that I can hold that coil in the jaw of my pliers. And then I'm going to wrap 2, 3, 4, whoop, 5. And about every 5 or so, I'm going to re-smush and then readjust my pliers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once it gets wide enough, I'm going to compress my wires, and I'm going to hold with my much wider but much more stable nylon jaw pliers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then smush and squish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whenever I want consistent and even results, I just try to be careful and consistent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rushing or being hasty is usually my nemesis on projects like this. I'm going to do 5 more. So I don't know how much that is total though. 2, 3, 4, 5. See, whenever I twist, just when I recoil just holding with my hand, the top wire will often get pulled out of alignment, which is not the end of the world, but it's just something to be mindful of. Okay. Oh, I'll do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so now we have a solid inch of coiled to be our bail. And then we get to decide which side we want to be the front, even though the bead freely spins. Yeah, it just, if there is one side that you like better than the other, now's the time to find out. But I'm going to take my pliers. Let's go ahead and use our metal flat nose pliers for this, just so that we've got a good, nope, actually, bent nose it is. So I've got a good parallel grip, and I'm just going to bend off to the, probably front. Yeah, that'll decide it. That'll be the front of the piece. And then I'm going to take a stick mandrel or a pen or knitting needle, and I'm going to bend this around until these ends line up. Do you see how that's, whoop, a little loop? Whoop. Oh, I caught the stick mandrel. Oop, sorry, I don't mean to bump into the tripod. It's just getting situated. And so now I'm actually going to open this up just a little bit more. And we've got a short end and a long end on my, of the core wires. On my short end, I'm going to bend that quite a ways. So now whenever we bring these ends together, and then I'm going to take this one, and I'm actually going to bend it this way. So these are kind of perpendicular at a right angle from each other. And that allows us to get really nice and close right here between the ends of our bail. Which, let me open that back up just a bit so we can get the mandrel in there. There we go. Because I do want this to be large enough that the chains that we sell in our booth will fit through the bail. Mm-hmm. Ember's such a sweetie. Okay. So that's how everything's looking right this moment. I'm going to slip out our stick mandrel and set it off to the side. And before going much farther with this one, this wire, I'm going to take the wire that we were coiling our bail with, and I am going to make some coils we're going to do, you could skip this step or you could do the coils. I'm going to show you how it looks with the coiling done. Because if you don't want to do the coils, I would just, probably wrap twice around and then just snip. So you would have just that little bit right there coiled, but I'm going to keep coiling all the way around. So this wire that's joining the bail together, I'm going to go ahead, now that we've gotten this couple of wraps in there, I'm going to go ahead and just bring that around. And then I'm bending it, pushed with my thumb, bending that wire up. Right? No, tools went to, like, gravity works extra well on tools. And so I'm coming out about a finger width, so like maybe if we're measuring from here, a little under an inch. But I'm just making a spiral. So if you want a big spiral, use a lot of wire. If you want a little spiral, I recommend using at least a half an inch or maybe a centimeter, because you can always trim more off. But until you get a hang of it, I was really bad about, still am, about trimming off too much wire. Ooh, but yeah, you got to give yourself something to make a spiral out of. There we go. Loving that. And so, ooh, you know, I should have done that on the other side, because that side's the front. Oh well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unspiral this just a smidge and then press it around to the front. Like it almost reaches even. Hooray for giving myself a little bit to spiral with. So just bringing that around. And then we can tighten down that spiral. So now the spiral's on the correct side. Boom, there we go. So it's okay. When things go a little awry, it's okay. All right, so now I can bend this wire forward just a little bit. And that really opens up the path for us to be able to just do a few coils and then squish and tighten. And I don't have very much to hold on to right here, so I'm actually going to reinsert my stick mandrel. I'm having a little bit of difficulty getting the mandrel back in, so I'm just going to put in my round nose pliers and then open them very gently. And that did the trick. And so now I can hold on to this, and that's much more relaxing on my hand than grasping just a tiny, just the bail, you know? Now this wire is cumbersome and in the way, but we're going to be making use of it, so that's okay. Actually, I don't know that we will, but I don't know that we won't, and that's why it's still there. Hey, Christina, how's it going? How are you doing today? Yes. Oh, Morphing says you can choose which side you like best each day. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Okay. So once we get to where we can coil this without it being like risking messing up or getting tangled in our sunshine rays, then we can really pick up the pace. Oh, well, that's fantastic, Christina. So just coiling around, kind of smushing down. Coiling, coiling, coiling. I try to not leave too much gapping in between, but these things happen. Oh, I love you too, Christina. Did you get my... I sent you a message about July, but I don't know if you got it. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. I think I've been in top chat this whole time instead of all messages. I'm so sorry if I missed any of y'all's comments or questions. And if you guys are enjoying the live stream, we're going to be live streaming tomorrow and Sunday and Monday as well over on Kick. And we'll be sending out the newsletter with the streaming link for that if you're interested. Oh, really? Goodness. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to go out of frame. So I was just shaping the coiled bit around. And this kind of helps fill in where there was like a gap from where we didn't pull down quite tight enough. Like you can kind of see my finger through there. So I'm going to do a little bit more coiling. Making sure to use the correct wire. So there's 1, 2, I keep tickling number, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, really? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Misty says I basically trained myself to like and then change it to the live chat anytime I tune into a live stream. First thing I do, and once you build it into muscle memory, it helps. That's true. That's a good point. So and I did it to where it's a little bit past where it needs to be for it to be a full closed circle. And then I'm going to pull this forward just a little. And I'm going to take my flat nose pliers and I'm just going to bend. This is a training bend. And so now I can get things kind of out of shape. I'm going to thread through right there. Pressing through. Oh, Sassy Cat says, I feel so ignored. Not really, just been learning. Right on. Well, that's fantastic. Not that you're being ignored, but that you're learning. And so that kind of gives us, but see how we have this little bulge here? We can just use the flat side of our pliers to press that down. I would not do this onto a brittle bead. Hey, Rumpelstiltskin. And so that's just a fun something that we can do. And I'm going to just thread that wire through to the back side. Oh, I should have done it on the other side, but that's okay, because I'm just going to get in here with my flush cutters. Having a hard time snipping it, but that's okay. Let's dig a little. So I'm going to kind of try to wiggle back so that gives us just a little bit of space to be able to fit our pliers, and there we go. So now I can remove that, and that gives us about a foot of 24 gauge wire or more. Actually, yeah, it's about 14 or 15 inches, and we can use that to make coils or do some weaving on another project, whereas if I only had about this much wire, I can't really use that. So I guess I end up with the same amount of scrap, but with more steps later on. But hashtag hoarding, I guess. And so now I'm going to use my really fine-tipped bent nose pliers to get in here and hide that little, tuck that end in. And we could just make life easier on ourselves by pushing that core wire back out a smidge so that we can just, that would have been easier from the get-go, but at least we learned eventually. And so now we can, I'm just curving that around, and I want to thread it through our bail, because we can do this like this is 18 gauge wire, so just a butted loop is going to be perfectly fine, I think. And this is the wire, the other end of what was going through the center of our bead. So I want to do just a few coils. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just because it's a nice round number. Oh, hey, sweet baby. Yes, letting it go just a little awry. Oop, there it those, snipped that 24 gauge wire, and that's about an equally sized piece. So we might be able to make some like earrings or something with those. Bending the wire out of position just enough to get my pliers in there to bring that around. I want to make sure that there's no pokey bits for whenever we're wearing this. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to snip just a couple of millimeters past where our coiling stopped. And this is where I would like to use my round nose pliers to curve in. And you can see we've just bent the tip there. But now I'm going to come in. Do you see how I'm pinching on either side? Where my... Oops, it's 5:30. Sorry, y'all. And we'll just squeeze down on that. So that just kind of tucked that in. And there we have our little spinny bead pendant. Now there's probably all sorts of different ways that you could bind the bail off. You could make it more swirly, you could make it less swirly. Now also on our craft along kit project, both of the wires are bare copper, so it's a fantastic candidate for if you've been wanting to learn how to solder or use liver of sulfur or just get some experience polishing your jewelry. So it'll be more like this one here. And with this one, you can see we did the same very similarly. Just looking for where the end of my wire went. Well, I did a good job hiding it. Yeah, you can see right in there. This wire comes down, becomes this wire, comes round, came down, I don't know how I did that. Did I snip one of the wires off? Well, we can make another one, and I'll show you how to... Ooh. How to do this bail with the more simplified wire. Because I'm pretty sure what I had done here. I've got another wire I can point with. We did all that weaving, bent both of the wires up, coiled them, bent it down, and then right in here, I just snipped that wire because it's completely encased. Like, I'd have to really be messing with this to get the wire to slide off the end. But that is... My hand's hurting and my elbow is hurting from wire wrapping. So I'm going to listen to my body and I'm going to call it here, you guys. Thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I'm sorry I'm not quite able to make it to the end of the stream, but I've got to start listening whenever my pain signals act up. So thank you guys for being understanding and certainly for hanging out. Be sure to sign up for our free newsletter so that you don't miss out on our live streams this weekend. we'll be going live from 3 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Like if we're live, that's the window we would be live in. Um, but yeah, thank you all so much. Oh, well, thank you. Well, I feel pretty good. I'm still pretty exhausted, and but just if it's getting twingy, because I'm trying to work while letting things heal at the same time. So thank you to everybody who bought something into this week's shop update. If you find yourself in a shopping mood and something on our website catches your eye, use coupon code HAPPYCRAFTER to get 10% off your order. Aw. Well, y'all have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow where we will be making more dragon eyes. So happy crafting, you guys. Mwah. Bye.